Happy New Year! They say you have to suffer for your art, and I definitely have. Just my photography lamp, which was really bright so I can get really good lighting in here, it blew up. Glass everywhere. I was screaming in the corner going, "Mom, help me!" And yeah, so... But anyway, this video is basically going to explain 2019 and what's to come in 2020, this year. I can't believe we're in 2020. My vision is so good now. Remind me to never make that joke again. Cool. So 2019 was quite a tricky year, not only for me but for quite a few others. Quite a lot of people actually. It's not been the best of years. I lost my granddad, which was really, really tough. And yeah, it's my mental health deteriorated, and it got to the point where I actually had a nervous breakdown, which was not nice. It really, really knocked me to the point where I still feel like I'm not myself. So that happened in September. I'm still not back to my normal self yet, which is really, really tough. What caused me to have a nervous breakdown is, so I actually suffer with something called chronic fatigue syndrome. So I'm constantly exhausted. So it's absolutely horrendous. So not many people know what it is. Honest to God, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It's horrible. But I've never really let it affect me in the way of doing things until I had the nervous breakdown. Music has been my love for so long, and I was doing basically 6 gigs a week while suffering with chronic fatigue syndrome and suffering with anxiety and fibromyalgia, and it completely just destroyed me. It just burnt me out, and I had to just sit there and go, I can't do anymore. Which is, as a musician, if anyone is a musician that's watching, is so hard to say no. I have been gigging for 3 years straight, and it's kind of been snowballing up into that moment where I had the nervous breakdown, and I was just like, whoa, I'm doing too much. Because of my health, I've actually had to cancel a few gigs, more than I've ever wanted to cancel. Who wants to cancel gigs, you know? Gigging is my life, and if I've ever cancelled a gig, it's purely because I'm poorly. I was poorly. I was letting it get to me. But I don't want to be known for that anymore. I don't want to be known for the girl that cancelled gigs, I should say. I don't want my illness to determine me anymore. I don't want to be known for it, and I want to move on, and I hope others out there who may think the same have I hope they can move on with me. It's been tough because I've had so much support. Like, I've been amazed at how much support I've had. I'm honest to God over the moon that people are still here listening to me. But there's been a few people as well that haven't quite understood what invisible illness can be like. I've had a few sly comments, which has not been the nicest of things. It really knocked me back. That was back in September. I want to get to now. So now I feel that I'm in such a better mindset. I'm not letting, the negative comments or anything of the past come back to haunt me. And like I said, I'm ready to move on. I'm not burnt out anymore. I'm not going to be known for that anymore. I know what my limit is, and it was my fault back then. I wasn't pacing myself, and I know what to do now. I won't be gigging 6 times a week anymore, that's for sure. As much as I'd love to, my body just can't handle it. Which is okay, it's okay to not be okay. Even though the year was quite a dark year for me, it really made me a stronger person, and it helped me get to a better mindset of, what to do next, and how to be more in the present moment. So really, I turned that negative into a positive, I guess. Which brings me on to, what's in store for 2020. So, for anyone that doesn't know, me and my boyfriend Miran, we're going to New Zealand in 15 days. Oh my God. 2 weeks tomorrow. I am honest to God petrified. I'm petrified of the flights, I should say. I've been worrying about, what if I have anxiety on the plane? What if I have a panic attack on the plane? Because I started having panic attacks when I was poorly. The only way that I could give advice to anyone who suffers with panic attacks or anxiety is to let the emotions run their course. Don't not ever fight them, because it'll just accumulate and make more of a mess. When you're having a panic attack, you need to control your breathing, and if your heart's beating too fast, you need to slow yourself down, blank your mind as much as you can. I know how hard it is, and just, you know, stay present. So excuse me, I'm talking too much so my voice might go at any point. And if you hear a dog barking, we have a puppy now. His name's Bailey, and he's a nightmare, but he's a cute nightmare. So anyway, so yeah, we're going to New Zealand, and I am really excited. I can't wait to, you know, start afresh and step out of my comfort zone. And then I'm starting a Patreon. I'm gonna do it, and I'm so excited. And then as the tiers go up, you'll get to hear like polished, produced tracks of mine, songs that people haven't heard before. You'll get to hear stories. You might even get to hear me interview people for, you know, journalism. I want to make it more of like a visual blog, and I want it to be more personal and intimate with my fans, because I don't do many of these videos, and I've always really wanted to just vlog properly and to just, you know, hopefully give advice to people if they need it, who are, you know, suffering with mental health issues or, you know, chronic fatigue syndrome or anything, because I think it's always good to listen and to help each other. Yeah, so I'm doing that, and I will be linking the Patreon down below. I'm actually going to be starting the Patreon the 13th of Jan, just before I go to New Zealand, so in the meantime I will be recording like mad to get some content for that. So for anyone that doesn't know, I'm currently recording my debut album, and if you're going to support my Patreon, which will be amazing if you can, you'll get to see behind the scenes of what's, you know, going on with the album. Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. So me and the band went to the studio not long ago and recorded 6 tracks, and once we're back from New Zealand, we're going to go back into the studio and record some more, and then boom, album. That'll be out hopefully later this year, and it will be out later this year. I've been putting it off for so long because of my health. I'm not letting it affect me this year. So thank you for watching this video, and thank you to all that supported me through my journey so far in music, and I wouldn't be where I am without you all, so it's a really, really big thank you. If you're going to support my Patreon, that would be amazing if you can. No worries if you can't. I will post a link below so you can check it out. Once again, I won't be starting it until the 13th of Jan. All the best for 2020, and I hope you have a wonderful year. Thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, by the way,